What is up, my Sisyphean friends? My name is Eriss. I'll be a ferryman today, taking you guys to the other half of an airport. Let's get into it. Well, guys, welcome to Fallout 76. We're homeless. No, so this is a chance. If you have a camp that has an extractor, there is a chance. Extractor is a thing that mines materials, if you don't know what that is. There is a chance this could happen. And you know what happens when that happens? You get a free second camp. What happens? So, our camp is usually right here. Someone's right here. There's another person there. So, we get an unplaced camp. So we can activate that. Cannot place item, unspecified error occurred. It is unplaced. So, basically, if we find another location, we can place our camp. If not, we can place it at any point because now we have it. However, so we left off inside of the airport. When you load up inside of a location, if it's, you actually, there's not even an if. If you load up inside of if you listen, cut. If you leave off inside of a building, you're gonna wake up outside of the building. Just so you know. Holotapes, Morgantown.
Overseer's log, Morgantown.
So now we have to
I used to love coming here on weekends.
learn about the inoculation project. So yeah, we need to learn about that. This place is crawling with scorched. If you guys remember from the inside. The outside's not any better. I remember there was this event that used to happen here. I might be misremembering it. If you guys know the beta or remember this from anything, please let me know, because I don't know if this has been given to a specific event, like if you nuke the airport or something. So I know there's 3 megas. There is the Scorched Beast Queen if you nuke the Prime Fissure. There is the Titan Mole if you nuke the mining whatever number 2 in the Ash Heap. Ash Heap is the gray zone. And then there is Earl. Earl if you nuke Mahogany Mine. Like how Earl has a name. But I remember when I beta tested that there was always, you do some sort of mission here and then a Scorched Beast Queen would attack. But I don't necessarily remember what led up to that other than the fact I was doing this quest in the beta. And I don't know if that was just for the beta to show off the Scorched Beast Queen, because nobody was going to be getting to areas safely that involved a Scorched Beast. Because I don't think there are. So, the forest zone is the green zone. There's like a box around here or something like that in the beginning zone, in the forest, in this zone. In this zone, there's a box somewhere. It like cuts off here, goes down, goes over here, and like carves down, I guess. Where you can't nuke. And there's no Scorched Beast where you can't nuke. Something like that. I don't necessarily know. I've been launching nukes as of recently. However, I don't know much about launching nukes. I don't know much about the implications. But I do remember that there was like a Protect the Airport event where you had to fight off Scorched Beasts. And like, I just remember like everyone, all like 12 of us or something, being there, waiting, like ready to take her out. And it honestly, it was so much fun. So much fun. I haven't seen anything like that happen here since launch. Oh yeah, I'm like crazy good with pistols. For some reason. If I'm allowed to sneak, I'm crazy good with a pistol. It's like I want to do archery, However, I think I'm gonna main pistols. Like gunslinger or something. I don't know. We're gonna see what I come up with. We're gonna see what our character turns into. I'm just gonna go with the flow and see what happens. If I find a really cool gun, I will take it. And I will make it work. Well, gunslinger is also an agility item, which is my main issue. So usually I fill up agility with stealth. Hand, please. Foot, please. Learn, please. Inoculation project announcement. Crazy, right? Oh, there it is. Folks, I got some exciting news to share. As you all know, Dr. Hudson has been continuing her research in the lab at AVR Medical. Well, she just reported to us to let us know that she made a significant breakthrough, and it looks like an inoculation against the scorched plague could soon become a reality. Let's all keep our fingers crossed and make sure to do everything we can to help Claire complete her work. Our very survival depends on it. Jeff Nakamura. There we go. Ooh, Somerset. Nice. Also, if you guys want something goofy. Scorched head, scorched foot. Is there any more scorched in here? Scorched hand. There we go. Hey! Man. Now it's a prevention. Okay. So now we need to figure out a new location. Or, ooh! Or not. Okay, I can show you what I'm gonna do with these. So I'm a weirdo and I like to collect things. I burnt my hand. I burnt my wrist and it's itchy. You know, Sporn's making it itch. It's not a hot burn. It's actually a very old burn. Just so you guys know. Also, yep. Remember we, if you didn't see this episode, I didn't show you guys the changes, but I did changes. To our little camp. I still have to, I want to build like a secondary building, like a small building for like trading and build items. But for now, the displays. Display. Display. There we go. Okay. Transfer. Junk. Store. 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 Scorch pieces! That's what that's for. Now we can scrap the rest of this. Unless... Do we have a board game? We do have a board game. We can keep board game. Jar of Scorchfoot. We can do that too. Anybody else? Okay. Then... can also... go up to our room and start working on this too. What is this, you may ask? People. Actually, I kind of want to do like a wall of people here. You can only do 5 here. You can do 5 more in a shelter as well. Okay, there's that. Let's inch them over. And what is this for? the quests we get done. Like in Oblivion's Shivering Isles, I like to make podiums, technically, of everything we've gotten done so far. So let's assign you to there. You, patrolman, police. We get a hat. Top hat. There's that. Okay, so we have 2 done. I think we get 3 for the responders. Roughly. Arrow, combat, slack, white fedora. What's this? Oh. Sick. Can I... Eriss, let's level up. We get a pack? We do get a pack. Okay. Is this our first pack? Don't remember. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick. Perfect. Sick. Okay, let's scrap that. I do want the rest of this. Okay, there's that. And now we're starting to make our home. However, I will introduce, oh, do I have to go back to the airport? Oh no. Medical center. Ooh! Let's cheat a little bit. I love this. Thank you. Whoever did this, thank you. Oh, I could put a camp at White Springs. Oh, let's do that. Let's have a White Springs camp. I've never done that before. You can always move your camps, by the way. In White Springs, your camp can get nuked and will get nuked, by the way. Holy frick. Okay, we're touring first. Ooh, hello. Dude, that's sick. Holy frick, I don't even know how to start first. Garden looks amazing. Got little rides. Holy frick. Holy frick. This is one of those pre-builds you can get in the atomic shop. Oh, funny. I want an anthill. I want an ant house. Oh yeah, well, oh yeah, we could look into this too since we're doing the responders. Since we're doing responders, we can do this. Let's not explore this. Oh, hi Cheshi, welcome back. Ah. You guys love this lovely boy? Oh, he's unplugged me. Oh, he didn't unplug me, he just knocked me out. Okay. Cheshi loves hanging out on my desk while I am gaming. So if you hear random kind of sounds or whatever it sounds like, that's Cheshire. Radiation box kit. Dude, these are sick. What the frick? Is this Liberty Prime's hand? Dude, this is insane. What the fuck? Wait, what? Oh, dude, that's sick. Dude, this is sick. This is the first time I've ever seen this house like filled up. Hey, we have a bird? You got a bird? Oh, a kitchen. Why wouldn't you do this on the main floor? Here's a bathroom. Ooh, no. Grognak, bear statues, gorillas. Dude, this is sick. Dude, this is freaking sick. Holy crap, I love this. Okay, anywho. That was worth it. Let's go place our camp somewhere here. Which will also get spaced out, by the way. But let's go up towards the refuge. Let's get to know the responders and who they are now before we resume what we were doing. Because, as you can tell from meeting Heather, she was part of Foundation. Foundation is a bunch of people who came from like Virginia and the East Coast, in a sense. Like how I say Virginia and then the East Coast. The East Coast direction. Some of them came from Midwest. You'll meet them at Foundation when we get there, because Foundation is a location and a group. They're settlers, is what they are. But yeah, this is White Springs. It's a giant resort. As you can see over here, that's the Responders logo. So they moved from the Morgantown Airport, which is their headquarters, to here. However, we're gonna go a little bit backwards. Maybe. Actually, I'll go through the upstairs door. This goes to the mall. The mall is a massive trading port. And we will not be doing this right away. Well, we'll be getting to know the responders, but we're not going to continue on that way. We're going to finish up what we're doing before we start this. Got cat hair all over me.
Sorry, not much for conversation. Alice will talk my ear off.
Cool.
What it takes to be a responder?
Let's go talk to whoever we have to talk to. This is the Grand Hall where you pick up really random quests. Initiate Will Ellison, which is Brotherhood. There is Atlantic City. We have expeditions. Visit the Responders White Spring Refuge to get authorization. And basically, there's two locations now. There's the pit and there's Atlantic City.
There's a lot of supplies here that look ripe for the picking.
But there's also locations within the pit, like 2 different locations within the pit, and there's 3 for Atlantic City.
Now that that's settled, did Miss Rucker have any other requests I could help?
Normally come through this door.
Well, not specifically asked, but...
Oh, go on, dear. You know I'm thrilled to help if I can.
Well, she did mention needing some help with something for the clinic.
Ah, I see. Certainly.
And Sophie's starting her donation drive today.
The lovely Miss Wagner's charitable efforts. Yes, I hadn't forgotten.
Oh, and Esme's got something going on in the kitchen she could use a hand with.
Well, I shall certainly see what I can do about that. I'm sure I can arrange some assistance in these matters.
We're gonna get that assigned to us.
We could always use an extra
Well,
hand.
hello, darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment. I am Orlando, your host and management liaison. If you'll pardon me for just one moment, that will be all. Please give my regards to Ms. Rucker. If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform you that our regular resort activities are temporarily unavailable. However,
Haven't been available for 25 years.
here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely responders, I am delighted to welcome you on their behalf.
I thought the responders were all wiped out.
Yes, I believe the originals had been. Quite a tragic tale. Such a noble endeavor. Fortunately, their ideals and organization have been revived, and this refuge is their new home. If I may be totally honest with you, dear, I have heard others use the responder's name as well. To be fair, But I think Appalachia could always use more people with such altruistic goals, so that's all right. I'm sure you agree.
I sure do. I'm a responder myself, technically.
You really, dear. How marvelous. In that case, I'm sure you can't wait to get involved here.
Whoopee-doo. So you're not with the responders?
Not as such, dear. They have my wholehearted support, and that of the White Spring management, but no. I am the management liaison for the White Spring, as I said, here to provide assistance to the responders' refuge efforts. My primary duties, otherwise, are to the caretaking and oversight of the White Spring itself.
You don't say so. So what exactly is going on here?
Ah, perhaps you have not heard. The White Spring is now home to the refuge, a place of safety and care for all in need. The refuge
That robot in the
is being run
background.
by the responders,
Beeping very hard.
committed to the well-being of their fellows. They founded the refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming to Appalachia, people in great need of help. Food, medical care, clothing, a place to sleep. All of these are available for those who need them.
You mentioned management.
Of course, dear. The owners of the White Spring itself. The resort, hotel, golf course, all of it. Very much still alive, I assure you, though regrettably unable to oversee affairs in current circumstances. As such, now that we have new guests, they have sent me in their stead to take care of things as needed. I couldn't be more pleased to do so. A delicious opportunity to be of help and meet fascinating people such as yourself.
Is the refuge really open to anyone?
Anyone in need of help, yes. You appear more well off than our usual guests, though, if I may say so. Less bedraggled than those poor souls. Armed. The refuge exists primarily to serve those who cannot help themselves. The starving, the sick, the homeless. There is a clinic, a kitchen, beds, recreational facilities, all manner of care to be found here. I'm so pleased to be able to assist in my own small way, of course.
Okay. I have some questions about what you do here.
Darling, I am entirely at your disposal.
How do you fit in all this?
As I've said, I am the management liaison for the White Spring. I oversee the facility itself and its robotic staff. In addition, on behalf of the management, I arrange for the provision of certain material aid to the responders. They still have substantial resources and generously offer to share them to support their noble efforts.
How did the responders make a deal to set up their base here?
No, not by any prior arrangement. Perhaps you visited us before. I must apologize for the state you found it in, if so. Regular operation of the facilities had been stopped, of course, due to a lack of guests. Only the robotic staff remained. The responders, believing it abandoned, took up residence, a completely understandable occurrence, of course. With new and worthy occupants, the management felt it wholly appropriate that it find a new purpose, and sent me. Until such time as the world needs leisure resorts again, the White Spring is happy to support the refuge.
You're suspicious. How is it possible management is still alive and in charge of White Springs?
Darling, you must understand. A place like the White Spring had, indeed still has, very wealthy people behind it. As was always the case, the truly wealthy had advantages the common people, such as you and I, lack. As for the White Spring itself, the staff of top-of-the-line robotic servants, security, and maintenance allowed it to weather the worst.
Y'all getting the same vibes I'm getting? I'd like to know about you, Orlando.
Me? Have I beguiled you already, dear? I appreciate the flattery, of course. You must allow me to retain some mystery for now, though. I wouldn't want you to lose interest. Perhaps we can talk more some other time. We both have more important matters at the moment, I'm sure.
You're suspicious. Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, dear. What can I do for you?
This is all a bit suspicious. I should go.
Suspicious? Whatever would make you say that? Oh, my poor darling. The hardships of the world have made you so cynical. This truly is a safe haven in a cruel world, I assure you. But if you must go, you may of course do so. I do hope you will return, dear.
Oh,
It's been a pleasure meeting you.
sorry, game. I'll drink water. Too bad that doesn't do that in the video game either. Dude. You're so suspicious. Speak to Orlando? Oh, frick.
Dear.
Actually, we're gonna pick this mission up later. We are gonna make our way over to the hospital so that we, AVR medical or whatever it's called, so we can get on with our current mission. This is a very important location to get. Young landlord. Jeez. There's missions everywhere in here. Okay, so we're trying to go here. Data. Do that. So let's get on our road.
Oh, the work I do is
On the road again. On the road again. Oh, I know what we need. Agility. Do I have? I don't yet. There we go. Gunslinger. Gunslinger, let's get our little train station. We'll tour, we'll look around White Springs a little bit more when we get to that point of the quest line. But for now, we're not quite there. Young landlord, I think you're following me. I'm kidding.
Of assistance.
44, okay. The more money we make too, the better armor recipes we can get. But until then, we're gonna make our way over to the ash heap where we're gonna get lung disease. Sludge lung or whatever. And then we'll call it there so that we can pick up the hospital bit next time. It's really hard when you have so many main quests to work on. It's so hard to tell where to start. That's a squirrel. Also taking this path because over there is full of ghouls. Kind of funny with the robot staff being everywhere that this place is still overrun with ghouls, technically. You'd think this would be a completely safe area. We also have to set up our other camp somewhere over here too. Which I honestly don't know understand the draw, other than it looks pretty freaking nice. But of course we can take care of that later, depending on if we actually find a... Look at that. Oops. Oh, frick. Oh, frick. Honey beast. Oh, frick. Oh, frick. Oh, frick. I thought there was only one and I thought I could take it. I mean, technically I could take it. I did take it. But was not only one. Oh yeah, over here is overflowed with ghouls. Oh, these little houses, yep, just like that. Somewhere over there is one. We'll explore this place a little bit more later. I want to get to where we're going, and then we can call it. This episode might be a little bit longer or very choppy. We don't know yet. We're gonna find out. However, I like that. I like that house. Very pretty. Do you or do you not feel bonita? House goes, I feel bonita. Great! Because you look bonita! I think we're gonna start relearning Spanish. I had a little moment on stream the other day. So for those who don't know, I'm surprised you don't know this. One, I have a hobby of learning like a sentence or two in a bunch of different languages. Why? Why not? I think it's interesting, and if I like the sentence enough, then I learn more about the language, and I keep going from there. Two, I was in high school. In freshman year, I was an AP Spanish kid. Sophomore year, I was no longer an AP Spanish kid. I used to speak Spanish. I even studied a little bit in Ecuador. In the Galapagos Islands. I was really good at Spanish. However, you know how you guys, this is not like a, like, it's a thing that college kids know. So if you went to college, you've probably heard this joke, like, if you take medication that's not your medication while you're to study for a test, you better take that medication when you take your test, because you have to be in the same mindset to use the knowledge, use the information, all right? That's a fissure. That's a scorched base. You have to be in the same mindset to use the information. Well, I did not have a healthy life with school. I was always stressed out and frustrated. So now I only know Spanish when I'm stressed out and frustrated. And I don't like that. Like yesterday I was trying to, as a joke, use my one sentence, my no que tipo de falta de respeto en todos mis años. I was trying to say that one sentence. That one sentence. Couldn't freaking remember it because I wasn't stressed out. I was super relaxed and I couldn't remember Spanish. And so I was doing this on stream. And so I like introduced myself. I was like, hola, me llamo, es Eriss. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy muy bien, gracias. Me too, you know. And I tried to say nice to meet you, mucho gusto. You know, the basic mucho gusto. The basic nice to meet you, which is mucho gusto. There's like 3 different ways to say it. It's whatever. Freaking couldn't remember. Leave me alone. Oh. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should like download Duolingo to refresh myself. Cause like, as you guys know, Duolingo kind of turned into AI disaster when it comes to learning language. It doesn't instill learning the language or the like verbiage or how like past tense versus present tense versus future tense. Like it doesn't like instill that stuff. It just teaches you words. So it's good for when you're refreshing a language, not learning a language. And so I'm thinking about refreshing my Spanish because that might be helpful. Because whenever I speak Spanish, for some awful reason, I remember words in French. I've never spoken French. I've had French spoken at me. A me, pero, but, I don't know. What is this? Sugar maple sick. So I've been thinking about picking that up, mostly because I'm bored and I want to learn a language. So I figured why not refresh a language I knew or know. Or I'm going to learn French. My mom learned French when she was in high school. She spoke it when I was little. Doesn't speak it much anymore. Like sometimes things come up. She'll try to like make a joke in Spanish because she picked up Spanish from me and my sister because we both learned Spanish as retaliation, and also our school didn't offer French. So like she will try to like speak Spanish back to us, and then like it'll turn into French. And I think it's the funniest thing in the world. Having that problem of not being able to separate French and Spanish, which I mean technically is either Portuguese or Romanian at that point. You know, pretty close. Tu es un cumples. That's Romanian. Kind of sounds Spanish to me. Kind of sounds French to me. I mean, I don't know enough French words to be able to identify because I don't know how to say child in French. Niño, niña, niñas, niños. I know that. Yeah, no, so. Welcome to Random Rants with Eriss. This is all full of like super mutants and whatnot. Ah, frick. Giant teapot, dang it. That's actually a pretty solid location to have too, though, on your map. There's a lot of events there. It's really cool, actually. That's the ash heap. Talks about the ash. There's our Scorch Beast friend. Still following us, lightly. We're hidden, though. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. However, given where I live, French might be more appropriate than Spanish. Like, I'll use border states as an example here. Texas. It would be helpful. Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, those kinds of states. Arizona, New Mexico, I don't necessarily know if they're... One of those two is like kind of touching the border of Mexico in a way. I can't really remember. I'm not good at geography, guys. I'm terrible at geography. With US geography, I'm awful. I even live here and I'm awful with it. Learning Spanish there, pretty useful, you know. Maybe the next row of states out too. You know, pretty useful. Minnesota is a border state as well. A border state to Canada. Where there's French Canada, French Canadian. There's certain parts. Manitoba isn't necessarily, I'm not sure Manitoba is partial to this. However, I've come across Canadians vacationing in Minnesota speaking French.
Time to die.
I think it would be a little bit helpful, and also like it probably would be nice to learn French for when I do go to Canada in case I do find myself in that area. However, there's also French is kind of a hard language to learn, and the people are hard to please with their own language. Like learning Spanish, people get so thankful that you learn Spanish. People who learn French like, oh, why you butcher my language like that? Why? I mean, it's kind of funny to me, but at the same time, it's like, because I'm trying to meet you halfway, but I don't know. I've been to France and I want to go to France again, and being able to ask where a bathroom is or where the closest ATM is would be kind of nice. I learned how to ask for the bathroom once when I was 18. Can't remember. Cannot remember how to say it. For the life of me. But yeah, I'm bored and I want to learn a language. So I'm thinking pick up Spanish first, get my brain all soft. See if I change my mind. It feels fair. I will say though, if you guys want to learn a language, Romanian is really fun. I can only remember one sentence, but Romanian is really fun to learn. Really interesting language. And so is Portuguese, but Portuguese, Romanian, French, and Spanish. Those 4 languages. It's interesting. I don't not want to uncover the mother lode just yet. Not ready for that. We're just gonna creep through here. I want to be a higher level when we do that. Mostly because we do get... No, do we get... No, that's not it. Never mind. It is just intensive, though. Oh, caution. Caution. Wee woo. Wee woo. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Wee woo. I was actually a lot closer to Patrick with the first round, I'm pretty sure. Wee woo. Wee woo. We're actually really close. We're in the ash heap though, I think. Oh no, we're not. Where we're going is right on the ash heap line though. If you go on the ash heap, either be a ghoul. I don't know if ghouls are impervious to disease. Be a ghoul or have a mask. Cause dude, the diseases are real. AVR Medical Center. There we are. Okay. So we have now finally reached our location and the ash heap. So we're gonna leave it off here. That was Fallout 76. We got through the airport. We touched the White Springs Hotel, White Springs Resort, whatever you want to call it, which is a real location in the real world. And we finally got to the AVR Medical Center. So we're getting on our way to get through the original main quest. Well, actually, the original main quest also changes up at some point, and I'll tell you guys where that changes. But if you guys enjoyed that video, please slap that like button. You want more content from me, hit subscribe, and until next time guys, be good, behave, stay out of trouble, and don't get caught, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.